Hi there, my name is Tricia Sulian, and I'd like to welcome you to second period AP Calculus AB. So I have your students in the fall, and I have many of them in the spring for Calculus BC. Okay, so just to give you a little idea of what we're doing every day, this is what the students' Canvas page looks like. Now, mine looks slightly different than theirs. I have more things open, but basically they have a link to where our meetings are at. They have access to our syllabus, so if they just click on that, they can see how grades are working, how distance learning is working, things that they're going to need, or supplies that are very helpful for them. Okay, they also have down here access to work with me from 1:15 to 3 o'clock every day. So if they have extra questions, they can email me and we can set up an appointment. Either I can work with one student individually or a small group of students. Okay, so that you have an idea of what is a typical day. So they come in at 9:30 and they have a link here that will link us to a meeting. And during that meeting, we would go over the previous night's homework. I have an embedded document camera that I can do work on. It's been broken for a week, but it got fixed today. So I have a document camera that I can work on homework problems with them. And mainly that's the goal of our class meeting is practice, that we're just working practice problems today, that I'm not doing a lot of lecturing. So the way that works, so they're going to come in, we go over homework, maybe we clarify some notes, we make sure that everybody's good to go. Okay, so then when they want to find their work, they're going to go over to this little button over here called modules. And that will have everything by the week. So we can see here was the first week and things that they have to do, and the second week. Now, when they have, let's just look at a typical assignment. So on this particular one, they have some notes here. And notice that I have it in a notebook. We'll talk about that. And notes that they need to copy. And then let me see down below where my link is. And then we talk about, so they would go in here. So let's look at a couple of these little properties of limits. Okay, so this would be meant to clarify these notes up here. Now, they take the notes the night before. So these notes, they would be asking me questions about those notes the next day, but they would not have homework on those notes. So their homework would be slightly different than their notes. So they're going to do homework and then they're going to take notes prior to coming the next day. Okay, so that we can clarify, we can practice problems. So now when they're in class, back on this home, so we can see that our meeting goes from 9:35 to 10:35. And I like to try to not take that entire hour if we don't need it. That way, if we're done, let's say after 45 minutes, even a half hour, which is kind of rare, but that gives me 15 minutes right after class. And a lot of times the students will stay and they have questions, they're not sure how to put something in their notebook, and they will stay after and I can clarify that for them. So that's always really helpful. Okay, so let me make sure. Oh, due dates. So everything, when they look at their work, it has a due date. They can see it right under here. I can go into another assignment and they can see right in here when it's due. Now, I'm working on how to keep those due dates, like what's the best way if I want to give them all of their work at once and make them do at the end of the week. I kind of am leaning towards them turning in work daily. It helps them stay up because you really can't get behind in calculus. So that's one of the things that's going to be really important. And so I need you guys to kind of make sure that your student is feeling good. And if they're not, that they email me or they come in and they do some office hour work with me. Okay. And I think, oh, so other thing that we need is a notebook. And your kids know about their notebook, and it's going to be really small on my screen, but they're going to have a notebook that we're going to keep together. And every day, hopefully, we're going through and we're keeping this in order so that we're all on the same page. Okay, so maybe ask them to see their notebook and make sure that that's organized. And again, that's something that if they get disorganized, they can always come in and have a meeting with me. Okay, so if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me, and that my email is right on their homepage, so you can always get that there, and I'd be happy to talk to you. Thanks. Bye-bye.